Hey everyone, it's another with Kpop Oracles. I'm bringing you another Kpop tarot reading. Today we're going to be doing a reading on Heechul. I think that's how you say his name, of Super Junior, and Momo of Twice. Okay, so let's see. Who should I start with first? Okay, let's see. What does Heechul think of Momo? Okay, what does Heechul think or feel about Momo? What does Heechul think about Momo? Okay, we have Three of Water, Three of Cups. He thinks Momo is a fun-loving individual. Like, she's someone who's brings so much joy, okay, or just always happy too, or just someone who's fun to be around. Maybe he sees her as someone who's like has a lot of friends, okay, or just like really popular too, like a social butterfly. And I feel like it just seems like it's a really great friendship, okay? Like, or they just started out, like maybe just like started out as friends and then maybe developed into something serious. I feel like they have a really close bond. What does Heechul think of Momo? What does Heechul think of Momo? What does Heechul think of Momo? We got the sun. She's full of life. He sees her as someone who is always like brings so much joy and also like into his life or just anyone's life. I feel like brightens up anyone's day, and also just someone who's highly successful as well. And I just he sees her as someone who, yeah, just like really happy all the time, always in a good mood. What does Heechul think of Momo? What does Heechul think of Momo? We had the Knight of Air, Knight of Swords. He sees her as someone who's really like focused, really determined, always has her eyes on a prize, or just someone who has a lot of drive, okay, like always goes after what she wants to. And he sees her as someone who's also really intelligent as well, and someone who uses her head a lot. Like, he doesn't see her as someone who's like really overly emotional. Maybe can have a little bit of a aggressive tendency though, like, but in a good way, right? Like when she's like wants to achieve something or, you know, obtain something, like she's like really aggressive about it. Like, not like she's like, you know, like mean spirit or anything. Like, she's like always going after what she wants. Okay, what does Heechul think of Momo? What does Heechul think of Momo? What does Heechul think of Momo? Okay, we have lemon, or lemon popping out. He sees her as just like really unique, one of a kind, okay? Just, yes, just really stands out and just has a really, like, she's like a really unique way of thinking, really innovative too, okay? What does Heechul think of Momo? What does Heechul think of Momo? Ah, these cards, they just like to fly out. What does Heechul think of Momo? We have Auburn. He sees her as like someone who has a chill side too, okay? Really down to earth, okay? Or just like, you know, not like overly materialistic. I feel like he sees her as like someone who's kind and really humble, like not the type that like just brag about like, you know, your accomplishments or like the stuff you have. Like, he sees her as like really like, yeah, just someone who you can relate to, like, or anyone can get along with her. What does Heechul think of Momo? Achievement. He sees her as again highly successful, okay, really accomplished individual, like yeah. Like, I feel like he admires that about her. What does Heechul think of Momo? We have Pounce. Kind of like that Knight of Swords energy, okay? Just like really like goes after anything, just pounces on anything. has a lot of drive. Okay, let's see, what does Momo think of Heechul? What does Momo think of Heechul? Momo think of Heechul? We have 8 of coins or 8 of pentacles. He sees, Momo sees like Heechul as someone who is very like hardworking individual too, like puts in so much effort into everything he does, and she sees him as very like career minded, or just someone who really cares about his career and really works hard for the money too. Okay, like really successful, I feel, as well. What does Momo think? What does Momo think of Heechul? What does Momo think of Heechul? Okay, we had the Fool. She sees him as like, maybe he can be a little silly at times, okay, or just like a bit of a goofball, or just someone who like, I feel like she's like always like open-minded, like not afraid to try out new things as well, like, maybe just someone who's like not afraid to do something kind of like scary, like maybe like, or like go on a roller coaster ride, or like skydiving. Like she sees him as like a bit of a risk taker. What does Momo think of Heechul? What does Momo think of Heechul? Okay, we had the Page of Swords. Okay, she sees him as someone who's observant, okay, or just like watching things or watching people, and also just someone who is, is really witty too. Maybe it can be a little blunt at times, okay, or just like really, really quick-witted, really sharp with his words. What does Momo think of Heechul? What does Momo think of Heechul? We have Jupiter. It says expansion. She sees him as like who's always like someone who's always down to do something fun and exciting. He's like, she sees him as like someone who's always enthusiastic, or just an optimist, or just someone who, and also like someone who's really giving as well. Okay, like really, really generous with his like resources or money, and she sees him as someone who's like a really positive influence as well, and also maybe likes to travel a lot, or just likes to like learn about different cultures or different things. And she also sees him as someone who just like always like learning about new things, like always expanding his knowledge about something. Like she sees him as like someone who has a love of learning, or just like learns new things quickly. What does Momo think of Heechul? Okay, we have Moon. Feelings. She sees him as like, he does have a very soft, sensitive side, okay? Like she sees him as very kind and caring, really nurturing, like the type that will really take care of you, okay, or really look out for you, just making sure you're like, or like the type that would check in on you like each day, making sure you're okay, or like if you've eaten or whatever. And she also sees him as someone who, like, I don't know, like has a good like bond with his family, okay? Like she sees him as like a family man, or just someone who, really cares about his family, and also is private too, because like the Moon is kind of like secretive. So she sees him, maybe at times it's hard to get to know him because he tends to keep a lot of things to himself, or things hidden. Like he doesn't want to like tell everyone like what's his mind. It's just like only a select few that he feels comfortable around. And there's something about his presence that she feels is like that, like is very soothing, really calming too. Like he's almost low-key, almost like a therapist in her eyes. Like she feels like really comfortable kind of talking to him about anything. Okay, what does Momo think of Heechul? What does Momo think of Heechul? Okay, we have determination. she sees him as someone who's focused, okay? Like has his eyes on the prize at all times, or just like has a lot of drive, a lot of ambition. He's not a lazy bum. Does Momo think of Heechul? We have self-care. She sees him as someone who, you know, is able to take care of himself. Like he doesn't have to rely on anybody. Like he's not a moocher, okay? Like he don't need anybody. Like he can, you know, take care of himself. So he's very self-sufficient, self-reliant. Okay, so let's see what will happen to their connection in the future. What will happen to Momo and Heechul's connection in the future? What will happen to Momo and Heechul's connection in the future? Okay, we have the 5 of air, 5 of swords. Okay, there could be some little tension, little conflicts, maybe some like little arguments here and there. Okay, there might be some stressful moments. Okay, what will happen to Heechul and Momo's connection in the future? What happened to Heechul and Momo's connection in the future? Okay, we had the Ace of Earth or Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like they like most likely will like continue working together, okay? Because the Ace of Earth or Ace of Pentacles is a sign of like kind of like a career opportunity. So I feel like they will most likely continue working together, and I feel like you know, like they would really work well together, and I feel like they would, you know, like be able to kind of like make a lot of money. And also like, so I feel like if they continue working together, like they would definitely help bring in more money. Okay, what's gonna happen to Heechul and Momo's connection in the future? We have the Knight of Fire, Knight of Wands, Knight of Fire, Knight of Wands. I feel like this connection would be very passionate, okay? I feel like they, you know, they would like really stand out, or just like they would be seen as like a really charismatic kind of like, I don't know, like duo, okay? And I feel like, yeah, so this could possibly be like lead to like a passionate relationship, because the Knight of Wands or Knight of Fires is like very fiery. He's like very passionate, or just like also very charming too. So like, and also very flirty too. So like there could be some flirting, a lot of love, like maybe some heated moments, okay? But this passion is like might be out of this world or something. Okay, what else? What's gonna happen to Momo and Heechul's connection in the future? What's gonna happen to Momo and Heechul's connection in the future? We have abundance. They're gonna bring in the money. Like they're gonna work. I feel like, yeah, again, I feel like they're gonna like work together for a while, and just like bring in the dough. What's gonna happen to Heechul and Momo's connection in the future? Boundaries. I feel like there's going to be a balance between give and take, or I just feel like they would be understanding of each other's need for space. Like one person wouldn't try to like invade the other person's space. Like I feel like there's a great deal of like, or like one person wouldn't be like so clingy or anything. I feel like they would be really understanding of each other's like needs, and like, you know, their likes and dislikes. What's going to happen to Momo and Heechul's connection in the future? Forgiveness. Okay. So, okay, with the Five of Swords, there might be some little tension, little arguments, but with the forgiveness card, I feel like they would, you know, like if they were to get into fights, like they would easily like forgive one another. Like they wouldn't hold any grudges, or like, you know, like, or just like ruminate about things. I feel like they would, you know, like talk things out and also, you know, work together like in a and overcome any issue. What's gonna happen to Momo and Heechul's connection in the future? We have elevation. Okay. I feel like they were like really inspire one another, okay? Or just like really lift each other's spirits like really greatly. I feel like this would be a very strong kind of like spiritual connection. What's gonna happen to Momo and Heechul's connection in the future? Spend quality time together. Okay, so they'll continue like hanging out with each other, just like, or just being around each other. Yeah, so it just looks like this connection isn't going anywhere. Okay, let's see, what messages does Heechul have for Momo? What messages does Heechul have for Momo? Okay, we have, you are always so sweet. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, what messages does Heechul have for Momo? What messages does Heechul have for Momo? I want to give you the world. Wow. Okay. He wants to give her everything. What messages does Heechul have for Momo? What messages does Heechul have for Momo? You are always safe with me. Oh, okay. Seems like he wants to protect her. Okay, what messages does Momo have for Heechul? What messages does Momo have for Heechul? Your words keep ringing in my head. Okay, so it seems like maybe he's like always on her mind or something. What messages does Momo have for Heechul? What messages does Momo have for Heechul? I can see eternity in your eyes. Okay. Again, it's a sign that maybe this connection isn't going to go anywhere, okay? What messages? What messages does Momo have for Heechul? I can never say it, but I do love you. Okay, that's really sweet. Okay, so that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please remember to hit the like and subscribe button. I'm also on Twitter. You can follow me at Kpop1. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.